How to be a good friend. Article 5:1. Intro. A good friend is someone who is easy and pleasant to be around. They make you laugh and work hard to make you happy. They are conscientious about your feelings, and always try their best to listen and give advice. 2. A friend is someone who is easy and pleasant to be around. A friend is someone who is easy and pleasant to be around. A good friend doesn't just listen, but they do need to listen. In other words, a good friend isn't someone who listens, but they do need to listen. You can't have a good friend if you don't understand what they are saying. You can't have a good company if you don't understand what they are doing. And in your own life, you shouldn't be afraid of asking them why something is the way it is. You should be able to ask them anything. 3. A friend makes you laugh. A friend is someone whom you can talk to about anything, and find out what they know, even if it's nothing. A good friend is a person who listens rather than is constantly talking. A good friend is someone who understands the problem but doesn't know exactly how to fix it. A good friend helps you solve problems, rather than just pointing them out. A good friend is someone who helps you find your way home when you are lost or have a flat tire. Someone who will help you when you have a new job and aren't sure what to do with yourself or your time. A good friend knows that no matter how much money he or she has, people will always be glad to take care of them whenever they need it. A good friend makes sure that no matter how many things happen that make him or her angry, he or she never loses his or her temper. A good friend knows when to say no, and when not to say yes. He or she understands the value in not taking things personally and doesn't get defensive over little things like disagreement over personal space. A good friend knows how you feel about something. Perhaps he or she can even feel the same way about it as you do and won't steal your thunder by throwing their opinion in your face either too loudly or too softly or both. 4. A friend always tries their best to help you. The relationship that you have with someone can be quite a complex one. We all have friends who prefer to be hidden in the shadows, and we all have friends who need to be graced with their company and attention. If you want to learn to be a good friend, there are 2 things you should focus on. 1. How do I show my friend I care? And 2. How do I help my friend become happy and successful? There's a lot of wisdom out there on this topic, see here and here, but it comes down to 2 things. How do I show my friend I care? How do I help my friend become happy and successful? Regarding the first, we need to carefully consider how we want everyone to see us as we interact with them. Is it best for us to appear as warm and fuzzy people who give everything away, or perhaps more of a nice guy who is simply trying his best? What if we become more reserved towards our friends because they cause us too much anxiety by being constantly around, or maybe because they always seem upset about something? Does that mean that less people will like us? Or does it mean that more people will like us? Do we even know what our true intentions are most of the time, which is why we try so hard to be nice in public anyway? Regarding the second, this post from Jason Fried outlines some simple principles on how better to make your life easier when interacting with others. Empathize with everyone. Keep your hands off the feelings of others, not your own. Understand their goals. And this one from Noah Kagan has some great advice on how to communicate effectively. Be honest, listen, don't interrupt someone else's thought process unless they're doing something wrong or making an error. Don't invalidate what someone else says by calling it wrong or reverse opinions. 5. Conclusion. We are good friends because we enjoy being around each other, and we like working on the same thing for a very long time. We try to make each other happy, and we help each other when needed.